The true identity of the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. What is the tree of life, and what is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? What do their branches, leaves, and fruit represent? What about the birds that come and perch in each tree? A tree represents a pastor. Thus, the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil symbolize a pastor who belongs to God and a pastor who belongs to the devil, respectively. Branches symbolize workers who belong to each tree, or pastor, and leaves represent people who belong to each pastor's group. The fruit of each tree symbolizes those who are evangelized and born again of the word from each group. Finally, the birds that perch in each tree symbolize spirits. Holy spirits perch upon the tree of life. Evil spirits descend upon the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The word of life is compared to the seed of life. John 1, 1-4. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. In Luke 8, verse 11, Jesus says, "This is the meaning of the parable. The seed is the word of God." The seed of life is sown into a field, which, spiritually speaking, is a person's heart. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 9, Paul says, "For we are God's fellow workers. You are God's field, God's building." When it is sown, the seed of the word of life grows into a tree of life. Next, the birds of heaven come down to this tree. This is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 13, verse 31-32. He told them another parable. "The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all your seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants, and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and perch in its branches." The devil, in contrast, sows the seeds of weeds. The devil's evil seeds grow into the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The birds perching in this tree represent evil spirits. Its fruit represent those who are evangelized and born of the seeds, or teaching, of the evil spirits. The fruit of the tree of life are those who are born of the truth, like in James 1:18. The fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, on the other hand, are those who are born of the words of the devil. The words of each pastor form each fruit. Depending on the words they receive, people become sons of God or sons of the devil. Moving back to Matthew 13, verse 24 says, Jesus told them another parable. "The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field." Moving down to verses 36-39, "Then he left the crowd and went into the house. His disciples came with him and said, 'Explain to us the parable of the weeds in the field.' He answered, 'The one who sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed stands for the sons of the kingdom. The weeds are the sons of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the harvesters are angels.' This is why hearing and accepting the words of the sons of God, who are born of God's seed, is the same as eating the fruit of the tree of life. On the other hand, hearing and accepting the words of the sons of the devil, who are born of the seed of the devil, is the same as eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The spirit of anyone who eats of the tree of life will live eternally. Genesis 3:22. The spirit of anyone who eats of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil will surely die. Genesis 2:17. When and where exactly do the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil appear at the time of Revelation? Who are they? The true identity of the nation of spiritual Babylon, including the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns that belongs to the prostitute in Revelation 16 and that destroys the tabernacle of heaven in Revelation 13, is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil at the time of Revelation. The name Babylon, from the Old Testament, is used as a metaphor in Revelation to refer to the kingdom of demons. King Nebuchadnezzar, who was once king of Babylon, is compared to a great tree in Daniel 4, verse 20-22. Daniel says, "The tree you saw, which grew large and strong, with its top touching the sky, visible to the whole earth, with beautiful leaves and abundant fruit, providing food for all, giving shelter to the beasts of the field, and having nesting places in its branches for the birds of the air. You, O king, are that tree. You have become great and strong. Your greatness has grown until it reaches the sky, and your dominion extends to distant parts of the earth." This great tree is in fact the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Since the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil symbolizes Satan's wicked words, the spirit of anyone who eats it will die. According to Revelation 18, this tree of the knowledge of good and evil has deceived all nations. When all nations have gone astray, the 144,000 of the 12 tribes at Mount Zion, as seen in Revelation chapter 7 and chapter 14, attain salvation and are sealed by receiving the testimony of the one who overcomes. The one who overcomes has united with Jesus, the tree of life. John 14 verse 6 and 15, 1-7. Furthermore, the one who overcomes and his testimony become today's tree and fruit of life. Whoever hears and eats this fruit, that is, the words of Jesus through the one who overcomes, will live forever.